60. Mrs. Norfolk. Mr. Ogg arrived back with the children close to supper time on Sunday evening. It appeared to have been a good trip, though everyone was weary from the ride. The children were wild with excitement, talking about training grounds and forges. Alira cast a shadow on the crowd, seeming to be in her own thoughts as Paisley and Fenton avidly discussed the prospect of this new school. I spoke at length with Mr. Ogg about Paisley and the school. He confided in me that the tuition was steeper than expected and would need to find extra coins somewhere. I offered to take Paisley on at the inn to earn some extra money in the evenings, which seemed to be a logical solution. With there being 8 months until term, it might help out enough to afford it. Supper came and went, and Alira was eager to get back home to Cadence with Mr. Ogg. She pulled me aside before leaving to discuss something of grave importance. I wasn't prepared for her to bring up their mother's death and the missing baby Alistair. "It is true," I confirmed with some hesitancy. "All is as you recall, my dear." "Well, what should we do? I wish to tell grandfather immediately," Alira insisted. "Your grandfather is already aware of the situation, my child. I spoke of this with him a while back. He is looking into it already. I apologize that you had to come into this news as you did," I said. "It is such a disheartening position, and not one that we wished to put on you girls." Paisley walked over and stood next to Alira. "Have you asked her?" Paisley inquired of Alira. Alira nodded solemnly, giving away the news even without words. "What are we to do now?" "This is something for your grandfather to sort out, girls. Don't you worry. I am sure he will figure something out. Right now, you should be worrying about your studies." I wrapped them up in a hug and reassured them that all would be all right. We walked over to the carriages. Eldridge and Alira were all packed and ready for their trip back to the manor. It would be an even tougher time for the girls now that they had discovered their brother Alistair's disappearance. For now, though, we would continue on with Paisley, residing at the Cove until next term is decided. "What will we do if Paisley does not get accepted to the tutelage?" I voiced. "Surely she cannot remain at the Cove indefinitely for schooling." Mr. Ogg looked off to the west. "Our last resort would be the Mega School across the sea," he answered. "I have sent for the admissions paperwork, though it would be quite inconvenient." "That is such a long way from home, grandfather. Please don't send me so far away and alone," Paisley pleaded. "There is no other choice, should your admittance to the tutelage be denied. My advice is to continue your training with Mr. Thorne here, and do the best you can to earn a place at the tutelage. We shall talk of it more as the months progress. For now, we shall return home. I sense that Alira is missing the baby, and I am in much need of a rest," Eldridge finished. "Indeed, grandfather," Alira replied. "I should very much return to Cadence and rest as well." I suspected that with the news of Alistair, Alira would wish to be that much closer to his twin presently, and so the two of them rode off back down to the manor. Fenton and Paisley waved after them, then quickly returned to the inn for some well-deserved rest.